This is Did You Do It? It's June 10th, 2018, 1:30 a.m. And we are at the Maine Republic Email Alert.com. And the reason I'm here tonight is I'm speaking to a comment from Cindy Griffin about a mishap that occurred at Cern some years ago. She wasn't sure when, and apparently it was a significant event. And a whistleblower made a comment, and I heard it before, and I started doing some digging. And so I went to this, it's a blog. It turned out to be a blog, so consider the source. And I started to read up on it a little bit, and it says, mishap November 2015 blew up areas of Geneva, Switzerland, including the hospital, with significant casualties. I'm not big on reading, but I'm going to read you something here. Okay. It says, in my opinion, that doesn't mean anything. There is nothing casual about the deaths of countless people because of these animals playing with the Large Hadron Collider. It's blatant disregard for human life. As usual, as they attempt to find some way to escape from prison of their own, making it here on Earth. Forgiveness, forget it. This entire dialogue with Daniel McBolin, there's the whistleblower, is astounding and infuriating as he explains what happened last November of 2015. That they attempted to cover it up, and we're talking mass graves, people cooked in these buildings, and steam pouring up from fissures and soil under the buildings, including the Geneva Hospital. It was so hot, incinerated the concrete. They put mass coffins on the roof of a building to keep them out of sight from public, and added fake trees. That's all I can say. Trust myself to say right now. Now, see, this is just some guy on the internet. Now, to me, there was a video here, and if he took it down, fine. If someone else took it down, it kind of gives a little dignity or dignifies the claims. Now, this was published on February 11th, 2016. Sergeant Daniel Brad McBolin III, USAF, disabled American veteran. November 13th, 2015, incident at CERN, damage to her Hadron Collider. Bravo. Proof that it did happen. Deaths were caused. Hospital area, downtown Geneva, meltdown. November 17th, 2015. Well, there's another video down. Now, what's this blog? Who is this guy? Well, I don't know. But he spent a lot of time working on it. He's got 8 million hits. His last archive data was August 2017. Well, that just got me curious anyway. It should show up... Now, the GOES satellite wasn't in operation, and that was Cindy's question. But something like this should show up on the seismic data. So what I did was started digging around for European seismic data. Ended up at the, let's see, EMSC. It's the seismicportal.eu. Okay, and I clicked on the historical data. Alright, let's see. I ended up at this website. Then I clicked on, what did I click on? Query by data source. Then I ended up there. I'm just going to take you through here quickly. And then I ended up here. And I ended up here. Switzerland. Fake events. Okay. And I did click in there, and I got to this. Oh my gosh, look at that. Well, I saved all this. I'm going to go back to it. But what I did end up doing after getting confused here was I ended up here at the CSEM. Well, here, I'll show you. That's where I ended up. Okay. Now, they had special web pages on significant earthquakes. That interested me. Earthquake sequence in Mayotte since May 13th, 2018. I started to do some reading on that. And apparently there's been some pretty big ones in the Mayotte Islands with magnitude 4.2 to 5.8, and they're still ongoing. Now, they get the USGS down here involved, and I'll show you that in a minute. But they go on to explain that there's a whole lot of events going on. That's the coast of Africa. And there's Madagascar, you can't see it. So let's go see where that is. There's Mayotte. I'm going to back out a little bit. Okay. And there's Africa. And we got that rift going on. And it's not really over the East African rift, but it's in the area. Alright. So, what did we do here? Alright. So I'm here. Then I wanted to see what the USGS version had to say, because we know they're messed up about this, because we don't hear nothing about this. And they go on to tell a little bit. If you find it, you got to dig. Okay. They give you an interactive map. And I read, and they give you some great big long diatribe about, you know, what they know about everything over there. I can bet you, I'd be willing to bet at least a full 10% of this is true. And the other 90%, excuse me, is just written in language, so complicated to dissuade you from becoming interested. But anyway, here's a map of tectonic summary of the region. So I clicked on that. Excuse me. And it made me agree to this, which is fine. And I opened up this. It gives you a PDF version, USGS.gov. I'll show you their wonderful work. Okay. The Somalia plate. Pacific Ocean? What the hell's that? That's Madagascar. That's the East African Rift. Huh. That's the Indian Ocean, folks. And that's the website. USGS. Oh, sorry about the blur. Come on now. Fix yourself. Oh, folks, that's what I was trying to tell you. Look at that. USGS. You got that logged down as the Pacific Ocean. Alright, come on. Huh. And why is that staying blurry all of a sudden? You see it? Alright. Sorry about this video. But anyway, that's where we're at, Mayotte. This is Google Maps. I'm going to edit the description to provide all these links. But clearly, that's the Indian Ocean. Well, part of it anyway. Here's the Indian Ocean. But we got all this. This is going to break apart eventually. And here's where we're at with all this significant activity, earthquake activity. Big ones, almost 6.0. But this, I believe this is a volcanic island probably at one time. I haven't done that much research on it, but it's pretty cool. Here's an interesting piece of topography on this one. I'll show you. Over here. Looks like maybe some igneous outcroppings or something, I don't know. But we can find that out by doing a little research. Thanks, USGS. That's now the Pacific Ocean. Where are you at? There we are. Thank you, Cindy Griffin. And thank you, all these websites. This guy here, I'm not so sure about the validity